Okay. So the hardest thing here is knowing how far away you're going to need to be from the wall. So I like to there's really no good way to measure. You kind of just have to keep guessing. But I like to squat and have to put my spine into flexion like I would in the pose to reach my fingers forward. And then my hands kind of go halfway between, and that's kind of how I measure. There's, again, no great measurement, it's just testing. And then I'm gonna aim my knees out or upper, push forward through the fingers, and I'm gonna bring the top of my head to the wall. That way I can't fall forward. This plane is now blocking me from allowing me to fall. And what happens, if you remember, when you add another point of contact to another plane of energy, the body has to increase activation. So it's harder here with your head at the wall, even though you're not falling over. So if I go there and then I pick up my feet, I can hold the pose and not worry about falling. And I can also feel exactly how far I need to push forward. Because if you get your head to the wall and your feet can't pick up, you're not pushing forward far enough. And your feet will lift up a lot easier if your head is in the right place. You're also making sure you're pushing through the crown of the head versus the back of the head. So this part of your head is pushing forward into the wall, and your back is lifting up a lot, and your thighs are squeezing to get your feet off of the floor. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool, let's try it. And then when you come back to doing it on your blanket, it's I'm pushing forward, and you're gonna pretend there's a wall that catches your head. And then when your wall touches, your head touches the pretend wall, that's when you push up. So you go forward until your body says, oh, that's as far as I'm gonna go, or I'll hit my face on the ground, and then you push up. So your body will learn its balance point. This is mine, and then I push up. And also, remember, there's a difference between resting on your arms versus lifting on your arms. So, things you can do with your block other than using it to get in like this. You could also hold it between your feet. Oh God, this is going to be so hard because it's cork. You can hold it between your feet. Let's see if I can do it. Don't pick it up. Oh God. This styrofoam blocks. Can I borrow a styrofoam block or something? Thank you. Let me show you what it's supposed to look like. Oh my God, what a nightmare, but probably an incredibly good thing to do if you're trying to get stronger in it. Pick up some cork. Yeah, okay, so foam makes it easier to squeeze your feet to your butt and lift. Because again, if you're squeezing your feet in, it's going to cue more adduction here and more flexion here. Thank you. So that's another thing that you could work on if you're practicing this at home. There's one more thing I was going to say. Oh, wrists. So if you do find that you're putting all of your weight in your wrist, there's two options. You can borrow your blanket now. You could get a second blanket. So one's in front of you in case you fall, and the other one is going to go underneath your wrists to teach you to push into the fingers. Or you could also, thank you, just fold your mat like this and then push. And it looks scary. It's not too bad. It actually really takes a lot of pressure out of your wrist. So you might give that a try too.